in the community. I really believe that every major mosque, particularly where the preacher is someone who has a history of radicalized sermons, has to really have, be plugged in a sense. Look at the surveillance we have here against reporters, as benign as you could possibly get, and people doing their job, and we have Justice Department and the FBI probing them and following them and sniffing down their lives.
Eric Holder signed off on it.
It is absolutely deeply distressing, and it is the evidence of overkill. That is the kind of asset. And those FBI probers of James Rosen, they should be probing these butchers and the next Sarnaevs and the Hassans and the al-Awlaki.
Were you shocked by it when you found out how deep it went?
Are you talking about the U.S.?
About James Rosen? Were you stunned?
I have been, as you know, obviously, from sitting on this couch every Friday, generally very supportive of the President of the United States. And even up to and including his impassioned statement again yesterday to close Guantanamo and his defense of drone strikes. I'm with the President, generally speaking, in these kinds of areas. I was deeply disappointed by this. This seems the most excessive. If this was a Republican administration, a conservative Republican administration, and they were guilty of what I call Rosengate here, where they take our James Rosen, who's just doing his job. That's what we do. We talk to sources, come on, have a cup of coffee.
To their ego and vanity.
Yeah, but please, you play to my ego and vanity every single morning.
And I do.
And
you always press charges.
That's right. And I constantly ask that you be surveilled for very good reason. I really believe, joking aside, this is something that truly deserves an independent arbiter. I would love to see our boss, Roger Ailes, sit nose to nose with Eric Holder and let him know what he thinks of this very, very un-American, probably unconstitutional, and even if barely legal, totally distasteful and counterproductive tactic of harassing and terrorizing journalists. Who's going to return our calls in D.C. anymore?
Absolutely. Who's going to return anybody's calls?
And it's an attempt to criminalize the journalistic profession in a sense that it will make everyone fearful of pursuing leads and doing stories except those stories that the administration deems acceptable. And I think it's deeply disturbing.
All right. Watch Geraldo.